Balance and strength after 50. What declines first and why it matters. Introduction. As we age, our physical abilities naturally shift, but which ones change the most, and what does that mean for healthy aging? A recent study led by researchers at the Mayo Clinic offers new insights into how aging affects balance, strength, and gait in adults over 50. While it's often assumed that walking ability is the first to decline, the findings challenge this notion. Instead, balance, particularly when standing on one leg, appears to deteriorate more rapidly, followed by a gradual loss in muscle strength. Understanding these changes is vital not only for fall prevention, but also for supporting independence and quality of life as we age. This research underscores the importance of regularly assessing balance and strength as early indicators of neuromuscular health long before significant mobility issues arise. How aging affects balance, strength, and walking. The study evaluated over 800 adults ranging from ages 50 to 90. Researchers assessed 3 key indicators of physical functions: single-leg balance, hand grip strength, walking gait, stride length, speed, and variability. 1. Balance, the earliest sign of decline. Of the 3 metrics, single-leg balance showed the most noticeable decline with age. This was especially true when participants stood on their non-dominant leg. Balance depends on complex coordination between sensory input, vision, proprioception, and inner ear feedback, and muscular control. As these systems age, particularly the sensory pathways and neuromuscular coordination, the ability to stabilize on one leg weakens. What makes this finding especially important is that poor balance is one of the strongest predictors of falls, which are a leading cause of injury, hospitalization, and loss of independence in older adults. Remarkably, dynamic balance, e.g., the ability to adjust posture while moving, did not decline as sharply, suggesting that static balance may be more sensitive to early neuromuscular changes. 2. Muscle strength, gradual measurable loss. Muscle strength declined more gradually than balance, but consistently across the decades. Hand grip strength, a widely used proxy for overall muscle function, dropped by approximately 3.7% per decade. Knee extension strength, which supports standing and walking, decreased by about 1.4% per decade. The researchers also noted that men maintained higher average strength levels than women at all ages, though both experienced steady decline. Strength loss has implications beyond just physical performance. Lower grip strength has been associated with higher risk of chronic diseases, cognitive decline, and even mortality. 3. Gait, surprisingly stable with age. In contrast to balance and strength, gait, or walking ability, remained relatively unaffected by aging in this study. Parameters like walking speed, stride length, and variability showed only modest changes. This suggests that basic locomotion is well preserved in healthy older adults, possibly due to habitual movement patterns and the redundancy of neural control in walking. However, the authors caution that this may not hold for older adults with chronic conditions, pain, or prior injury. It's also worth noting that gait tends to decline more noticeably past the age of 80 or after a significant health event. Why monitoring these changes matters. Regular assessments of balance and grip strength offer a simple, non-invasive way to track functional aging. These tests can be done in under a minute and do not require specialized equipment, making them ideal for use in clinics, community centers, and even at home. Single-leg balance, in particular, is emerging as a powerful indicator of health span. Research suggests that those who cannot stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds have a higher risk of death from any cause in the following decade. This makes balance training a priority in aging wellness programs. Grip strength is also a valuable tool in tracking overall health, as it correlates with musculoskeletal health, brain function, and cardiovascular status. By identifying declines in these areas early, individuals and practitioners can tailor interventions such as targeted resistance training, especially for the lower body and grip, balance-enhancing practices, e.g., Tai Chi, yoga, or single-leg stands, fall prevention strategies, including home safety assessments and mobility aids if needed. Conclusion. This study highlights that balance and muscle strength, not necessarily walking ability, are the first physical abilities to decline as we age. Focusing on single-leg balance and grip strength may offer crucial early indicators of neuromuscular aging and help inform when to introduce supportive therapies and movement practices. Regular screenings combined with targeted interventions can empower adults over 50 to stay active, safe, and independent for years to come.